She begged Lily to come home, then publicly called Clara her only daughter. Why invite someone back just to erase them unless the humiliation was the whole point?
Everyone, come closer. I want you to meet my daughter. My mom's voice cuts through the reunion hall like a knife. I freeze in the doorway. 3 years of no contact. 3 years of silence. 3 nights ago, she was sobbing into my phone, begging me to come home because she needed her family whole again. Now she is standing under my dad's memorial banner with her arm wrapped around my sister Clara. Smiling, glowing, performing. This, she says, squeezing Clara's shoulder, is my only daughter. The room goes still. Forks stop. Cousins turn. My aunt covers her mouth like she just watched someone slap me. Clara looks down, my mom does not. She keeps smiling at everyone, like I am not standing 10 feet away in the dress she told me to wear. I walk toward her slowly, my voice stays calm. You cried for me to come home. For this? Before we continue, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell for updates. My mom's smile twitches, just once. Fast enough that half the room misses it, but I see it. I see the panic flash under her makeup, under the soft pink lipstick, under the perfect mother act she used to wear whenever people were watching. Lily, she says, still smiling, but her teeth barely move. Not here, not here. Like I am the problem. Like I am the one who dragged her into the middle of the room and erased her in front of 30 relatives. My hand tightens around the strap of my purse. My pulse is slamming so hard I can feel it in my throat. Every table is staring now. Aunt Denise, Cousin Maya, two family friends from church. People I have not seen since Dad's funeral. People who stopped answering my messages after Mom told them I needed space. No one moves. No one speaks. Clara's face is pale, her eyes stay pinned to the floor. Mom's fingers dig harder into her shoulder, holding her in place, like a prop. Don't start, Mom whispers. That almost makes me laugh. Because 3 nights ago, she could barely breathe through the phone. She kept saying my name like it hurt. Lily, please. Lily, I miss you. Lily, your sister needs you. She told me she had made mistakes. She told me Dad would want us together. She told me to come in something nice because she wanted a real family photo. And I believed just enough of it to show up. Just enough to stand here and let everyone watch me get carved out of my own family. I look at Clara. Did you know she was going to say that? Clara's lips part. Mom answers before she can. She doesn't owe you anything. The room tightens. I feel it. The air changes. A few people glance at each other, uneasy now because that was too fast. Too sharp. Too rehearsed. I nod slowly, then I walk to the gift table. Mom's eyes follow my hands. I take out the framed photo she begged me to bring. Dad in his navy sweater, laughing at something outside the frame. The last picture we had of him before everything broke. I set it down in front of the memorial candles. Mom's smile collapses for half a second. There it is again. Fear. I turn back to her. You said you wanted the family whole. Her voice drops. Lily, I am warning you. Warning me, I say. A chair scrapes behind me. Some sucks in a breath. Mom steps closer, still trying to keep her voice sweet for the room. You've always misunderstood things. You get emotional. You twist situations. The old script. The one that made relatives stop calling. The one that made me leave with 2 trash bags and $43. The one that turned me into a ghost while Clara became the daughter everyone prayed over, praised, protected. I feel my face go cold, not angry, clear. I look around the room, at every person who watched her introduce my sister as her only daughter while I stood alive in the doorway. Then I pick up my purse. I'm not doing this for you, I say. Mom's shoulders relax because she thinks I am leaving defeated. So I let her think it. I walk past her, past Clara, past the tables full of frozen faces and half-eaten food. I make it to the hallway before my legs start shaking. Behind me, the reunion noise does not come back. No laughter, no silverware, no music, just silence. Then footsteps. Fast, I turn. Uncle Raymond is coming toward me with Dad's old leather folder clutched in one hand, his face drained of color. Lily, he says, holding up a stack of papers. Before you go, tell me why your mother said you signed these. I stare at the papers in Uncle Raymond's hand. For a second, the hallway tilts. Not because I understand what I am looking at, because I recognize the folder. Dad's folder. The brown leather one he kept locked in the bottom drawer of his desk. The one Mom used to say was private family business whenever I walked past it after he died. The one I had not seen since the week everything collapsed. Uncle Raymond steps closer, lowering his voice, but his eyes keep flicking toward the banquet room doors. Did you sign these? He asks.
She didn't just embarrass Lily, she brought her there because Raymond was asking questions. That turns cruelty into setup.
My mouth goes dry. I look down. There is my name. Lily Marin Whitaker. Typed cleanly across the top of the page. Then a signature at the bottom. My signature, except it is not mine. The L loop's wrong. The W is too sharp. Whoever wrote it copied the shape, not the movement. Like they traced a person they never really knew. My stomach turns. What is this? I ask. Raymond's jaw tightens. That's what I'm asking you. From inside the reunion hall, I hear my mother laugh. Loud. Fake. Desperate. The sound hits the back of my neck like cold water. I take the first page from Raymond, and my fingers shake before I can stop them. I scan the lines fast, too fast. Settlement allocation, voluntary release, waiver of claim, education fund, medical reimbursement. Words slam into me one after another. My money, Dad's money. The money that was supposed to keep me from drowning after the funeral. I look up at Raymond. I never signed this. His face changes. Not surprised, confirmed. Like he already knew the answer and was terrified to hear it out loud. Your mother told me you did, he says. She said you wanted nothing from the family. Said you took off and signed everything over before leaving. My chest locks. There it is. The old lie, polished and passed around until it looked like truth. I see it all again. Mom standing in the kitchen 3 years ago, voice low, eyes hard, telling me I was selfish for asking about the account. Clara crying behind her. My phone buzzing with messages from relatives, then going silent. The funeral flowers still dying on the counter, while my mother told everyone I had abandoned them. I was 19, I say. I had nowhere to go. Raymond looks toward the doors again. Lily, why didn't you call me? I almost laugh. It comes out broken. I did. His face drains. I called you twice. I texted Aunt Denise. I messaged Maya. Nobody answered. His grip tightens around the folder. Behind us, the banquet doors open. Mom steps into the hallway. Her smile is gone now, completely gone. Clara stands behind her, pale and stiff, like she wants to disappear into the wall. Mom's eyes jump from my face to the papers in my hand, then to Raymond. And for the first time since I walked into that reunion, she stops pretending. Raymond, she says, sharp and low, why are you showing her that? Raymond does not move the folder behind his back. That is the first thing I notice. He keeps it right where Mom can see it. Right where I can see it. Right where Clara can see it. Mom's eyes narrow. This is family business. Raymond's voice stays flat. She is family. The words hit harder than I expect. Mom reacts like he slapped her. Her chin lifts. Her mouth tightens. Then the mask slides back on, fast and perfect, because the hallway door is still open behind her and people inside can hear. Lily has always struggled with details, she says, softer now, sweeter. Poison wrapped in honey. You know how emotional she gets. My fingers crush the edge of the paper. There it is again. Not a denial, a warning. Raymond looks at me. Is that your signature? No, my answer is immediate, clean. Loud enough for the first table inside the reunion hall to hear. Mom's face flickers. Clara flinches. Someone inside whispers my name. Mom steps closer, lowering her voice until only we can hear the blade in it. Think very carefully before you embarrass yourself. I look at her. Really look at her. The woman who cried into my phone 3 nights ago. The woman who told me she missed her oldest daughter. The woman who begged me to come home, then wrapped herself around Clara and introduced her like I had died. You didn't invite me because you missed me, I say. Her eyes harden. Raymond's brows pull together. Clara looks at me for the first time. I keep going because if I stop, I might break. You invited me because Uncle Raymond started asking questions. Mom's nostrils flare. Tiny. Controlled. But there, the confirmation lands before she says a word. Raymond turns to her. Marlene, Mom laughs once. Too sharp, too loud. Don't be ridiculous. I invited my daughter because I wanted peace. Which daughter? I ask. The hallway goes silent. Even the reunion room seems to hold its breath. Mom's lips part, but nothing comes out. I lift the paper. This says I signed away money I never even saw. Mom's eyes cut to Clara. Not for comfort, for control. Clara drops her gaze again, and that tells me something else is buried here. Something she knows. Something she has been carrying. Raymond steps between us slightly. When I requested copies from the attorney, he says, your mother told me not to contact you. She said it would trigger another episode. Another episode. My throat burns. That was the word she used after Dad died. When I cried too loudly. When I asked where the settlement money went. When I refused to pretend Clara's new car and Mom's renovated kitchen appeared from nowhere. Mom folds her arms, because I was protecting everyone. From what? I ask. From you. The word snaps through the hallway. No softness now. No trembling mother. No reunion performance. Just the truth of how she sees me. A problem, a threat, a loose thread. Raymond's face darkens. Marlene stopped talking, but she cannot. That is the thing about masks. Once they crack, people grip them too hard, and the pieces cut their hands. Mom points at me. You walked out. You disappeared. You left your sister and made me handle everything alone. I was kicked out. You were impossible. I asked where Dad's money went. Her face goes white. There it is. The sentence neither of us was supposed to say near witnesses. Inside the room, chairs scrape. Aunt Denise appears in the doorway. Then Cousin Maya. Then two more relatives behind them, eyes wide, pretending they are not listening, while listening to every word. Mom sees them. Her voice changes instantly. Fragile, wounded, public. See, she says, turning slightly toward the audience she built. This is why I was afraid to bring her back. She twists grief into accusations. I stare at her. For 3 years, that would have worked. For 3 years, someone would have touched her shoulder and told her she did her best. Someone would have looked at me like I was cruel. Someone would have asked me why I could not let the past go. But this time, Raymond raises the folder. This is not grief, he says. This is a forged document. The word forged detonates in the hallway. Aunt Denise gasps. Maya covers her mouth. Clara makes a sound like she is choking. Mom spins on Raymond. You have no right. I have every right, he says. My brother left instructions. Dad. The word is not spoken, but it moves through all of us. Dad, whose picture is sitting under candles in the room behind my mother. Dad, who thought he was leaving us security. Dad, whose name Mom used to drag me back here. My hands are shaking now, but my voice is not. Who watched me sign it? Mom freezes. I take one step toward the banquet room. Since everyone was told I signed everything away, someone must have seen it. Mom reaches for my arm. I pull back before she can touch me. Her fingers close on air, the whole hallway sees it. Her control misses, and something shifts, not in me, in them. Aunt Denise looks at Mom differently. Raymond looks furious now. Maya's eyes keep bouncing between Clara and the papers. Clara is crying silently. Mom turns on her. Stop, she hisses. One word, but it is too sharp, too familiar, too revealing. Clara's shoulders fold inward like she has heard that voice her whole life. I look at my sister. What do you know? Mom steps in front of her. Fast. Nothing, Clara whispers. Lily. Mom grabs her wrist. Raymond sees it. I see it. Everyone sees it. And then Clara pulls her hand free. Nobody moves at first. The phone keeps ringing, shrill, sharp. Wrong for a room full of memorial candles and cold food. Mom stares at the caller ID like it is a loaded gun. Estate attorney, Whitaker file. Raymond looks at her. Expecting a call? Mom's mouth opens, closes. For once, nothing comes out fast enough to save her. Aunt Denise walks past her and picks up the phone. Mom jolts forward. Denise, don't. Denise turns, holding the receiver inches from her ear. Her face is wet. Her hand is shaking. Why? She asks, one word. Mom's whole body tightens. Denise presses the phone to her ear. This is Denise Whitaker, she says. I'm with Raymond, Lily, Clara, and Marlene. The room stops breathing. I can hear the attorney's voice faintly through the receiver, but not the words. Denise's eyes flick to Raymond, then to me, then to the papers in his hand. Raymond steps beside her. Yes, he says into the phone. We have copies. We need the originals preserved, immediately. Mom turns gray. Not pale, gray. Like something inside her finally realizes the room is no longer hers. This is insane, she says. All of you are insane. Nobody answers her. That is what breaks her first. Not shouting. Not accusations. Silence. The kind she used on me for 3 years, turned back on her in one clean wave. Maya stands near the doorway with her phone pressed to her ear. I need to report suspected estate fraud, she says, voice trembling but firm. Yes. Forged signature, settlement funds. Mom spins toward her. Hang up. Maya steps back. No. That tiny word lands harder than a scream. Mom looks around for someone to rescue her. A cousin avoids her eyes. A family friend from church slowly sets her plate down and walks out. Another aunt gathers her purse. Then another. The reunion starts collapsing in pieces. Chairs scrape. Coats lift from chairbacks. Whispers move from table to table. Did she really say only daughter? She blocked Lily's messages? Raymond has documents. Clara knew. God, that poor girl. I stand in the middle of it with my purse still on my shoulder, my hands still cold, my body still waiting for the next hit. Because that is what I know. Mom hits, then cries. Mom cries, then rewrites. Mom rewrites, then everyone forgets. But nobody is forgetting this. Not this time. Clara stands near the wall, shaking so hard Aunt Denise reaches for her. Clara flinches at first, then lets herself be pulled in. She cries into Denise's shoulder like she has been holding her breath for years. I want to feel angry at her. I do. Part of me does. She stood beside Mom. She let Mom call her the only daughter. She looked at the floor while I disappeared 10 feet away. But then I see her wrist, red where Mom grabbed it. I see the way her eyes keep checking every door, like she is afraid Mom will corner her later. And I understand something I hate. Clara had a room in that house. I had exile. But neither of us had freedom. Mom hears Clara crying and turns on her instantly. Don't you dare act like a victim. Raymond's voice cuts through the room. That is enough. Mom laughs, but it shakes apart halfway through. Enough? I raised them. I buried my husband. I kept a roof over everyone's head while Lily ran away, and Clara was too young to understand anything. I did what I had to do. With Dad's money, I say. The room goes still again. Mom's eyes snap to me. I step closer, not because I am brave, but because I am done being pushed backward. You told everyone I abandoned you. You told them I was unstable. You told them I signed away money I never touched. You blocked my messages. You used Clara. You used Dad's photo. And tonight, you called me back here so you could erase me in public before I could speak. Her face twists. That's not true. Raymond lifts the folder. The dates are wrong. Maya raises her phone. The attorney is preserving the originals. Denise wipes her cheek. I found Lily's blocked number in my old cloud backup. Clara whispers, I heard the bank call. Every sentence closes around Mom. No drama, no escape, just facts. Mom looks at me, and for the first time, she does not look like my mother. She looks like a woman losing control of a story she thought she owned. The attorney stays on the line while Raymond reads the document numbers. He asks for the account history. He asks for notarization records. He asks for a hold on anything connected to Dad's estate until signatures can be verified. Mom starts crying then. Real tears or fake tears, I cannot tell anymore. Maybe even she cannot. You're going to ruin me, she says. I think of myself at 19, standing outside that house with 2 trash bags. I think of the diner bathroom where I texted family members who never answered. I think of fever nights, unpaid medical bills, tuition notices, Claire's birthday gifts I bought and never mailed because I thought she hated me. No, I say, you built this. Aunt Denise walks over to me, slowly, like she knows she has no right to rush. Lily, she whispers. I'm sorry, the words hit me in the chest. Not enough, not even close, but real. Then Maya says it too. Then someone behind her, then another. I didn't know. I should have checked. She told us not to contact you. I'm sorry. The apologies come too late to fix 3 years. They do not give me my apartment deposits back. They do not give me my classes back. They do not give me Dad's funeral dinner, or Clara's graduation, or the nights I thought my entire family had agreed I was disposable. But they changed the room. For once, I am not the one being judged. Mom is. People leave in clusters after that. Not dramatically, not with speeches. They just go. They pick up bags, take children by the hand, avoid Mom's eyes, and walk out of the reunion hall she had staged like a victory. Nobody stays for the slideshow. Nobody touches the cake. Nobody asks her if she is okay. Raymond tells me he is taking the folder straight to the attorney's office in the morning. Maya says the fraud report has been started. Denise says she will send screenshots of every old message and backup she can find. Clara stands near me, eyes swollen, unable to meet my face. I'm sorry, she says. I look at her. Really look, my little sister. Mom's shield, Mom's prize, Mom's second hostage. I'm not ready, I say. She nods like it hurts. It should. But we can talk, I add. With Raymond there. She covers her mouth and starts crying again. Mom watches from across the room, abandoned under Dad's banner. For the first time all night, nobody moves to comfort her. I walk to the memorial table and pick up Dad's photo. Mom's voice cracks behind me. Lily. I stop. Every part of me wants to keep walking, but I turn. She is standing between empty tables, mascara streaking down her face, surrounded by flowers, candles, and the ruins of the lie she invited me home to complete. You are my daughter, she says. The words should mean something. They should open some locked door inside me. They do not. I hold Dad's photo against my chest. No, I say. Tonight you told everyone who your daughter was. Her face crumples. I leave before she can answer. Hours later, my phone will not stop lighting up. Calls, texts, voicemails. Relatives who ignored me. Relatives who believed her. Relatives who watched me walk into that room and saw finally what she had done. Then Mom's name appears. Once, twice, 10 times, 17 times. I sit in my car outside my apartment, Dad's photo on the passenger seat, the reunion hall far behind me, my hands finally steady. On the 18th call, I answer. I say nothing. For 3 seconds, all I hear is her breathing. Then she sobs. Not like 3 nights ago. Not soft, not pleading, angry underneath. You ruined me, she whispers. I look at Dad's face in the frame, his smile. The one she tried to use against me. No, I say. I came home like you asked. Then I hang up. I block her number. And, for the first time in 3 years, the silence after my mother disappears does not feel like punishment. It feels like proof I survived. Clara pulling away from Mom is quiet. Barely anything, just skin slipping out of fingers. But the whole hallway reacts like something shattered. Mom looks down at her empty hand. Then at Clara. Her face goes still, dangerously still. Don't, she says. Clara's lips tremble. I have not seen my sister like this since Dad's hospital room. Small, frozen, waiting for someone else to decide what she is allowed to feel. Raymond steps closer to her, but he does not crowd her. Clara, he says carefully. What do you know? Mom laughs, one ugly little laugh. Oh, this is absurd. Now you're interrogating a child? She's 19, I say. Mom snaps her eyes to me. You don't get to speak for her. No, I say. You do. That lands. Aunt Denise steps fully into the hallway now. Maya follows. 2 cousins hover behind them. The reunion is spilling out of the room piece by piece, pulled by the noise, pulled by the word forged, pulled by the sight of my mother no longer smiling. Mom notices every face. I can see her counting them, calculating. She shifts again. Soft mother. Hurt widow. Fragile woman under attack. Everyone, she says, turning toward them with wet eyes that appear too quickly. Please go back inside. Lily has had a very hard life, and I don't want this to become cruel. Cruel. The word almost knocks the air from me. She erased me in front of all of them. Then called my existence cruelty. Maya whispers, Aunt Marlene, what papers? Mom's head jerks toward her. Not now. Raymond opens the folder. Yes, he says. Now, he pulls out another page. His hand is steady, but his voice has changed. It has weight now. Anger. The controlled kind. The kind that took time to build. According to this, he says, Lily signed a voluntary release 3 weeks after Paul died. Dad's name hits the hallway like a bell. My throat tightens. Raymond continues. The release transferred her portion of the settlement into an account controlled by Marlene. Mom steps toward him. You are misrepresenting it. Raymond does not look at her. The document lists Lily's address as 418 North Ashbury. I blink. What? Aunt Denise frowns. That was Marlene's old rental. Raymond nods. Exactly. My skin goes cold. I never lived there, I say. Mom's mouth opens. Nothing comes out. Raymond turns the page. The notary stamp is from a firm that closed 2 months before the date on this document. A ripple goes through the hallway. Not gossip. Recognition. The kind that crawls from person to person when denial becomes harder than truth. Mom lunges for the folder. Raymond pulls it back. Do not touch this. Her hand hangs in the air. For 1 second, she looks nothing like the crying mother from the phone call. Nothing like the smiling woman under Dad's banner. She looks cornered. Then she points at me. She planned this. My breath catches. There it is. The turn. The last weapon. She came here to humiliate me, Mom says, voice rising now. After everything I did to hold this family together, she waited until today, under her father's picture, to attack me. A few people look at me. Reflex. Old training. Mom sees it and pushes harder. She has hated me for years. She hated Clara. She hated that I had to make hard choices. I slept in my coworker's spare room, I say. My voice cuts through hers. I worked nights with pneumonia because my insurance had lapsed. I dropped out because the tuition account was empty. And you told everyone I left because I wanted attention. Aunt Denise's face crumples. Maya looks down at her phone suddenly, scrolling fast. Mom sees that too. What are you doing? She snaps. Maya does not answer. Her thumb moves faster. Then her face changes. She looks up at me. I have your old messages. The hallway goes silent again. Maya's voice shakes. From after the funeral, you asked where the memorial dinner was. My chest tightens. I remember that message. I remember typing it on a cracked phone screen from the diner bathroom, still wearing my black dress, waiting for someone to tell me where my own family had gone after burying my father. Maya looks at Mom. You told us Lily didn't want to come. Mom's face hardens. She was unstable. I asked for the address, I say. Maya scrolls again. She asked 3 times. Aunt Denise covers her mouth. Not like before, not shock at me. Shock at herself. I texted you too, I say to her. Denise's eyes fill. I never saw it, she whispers. Mom cuts in fast. Because I blocked her from your phone after she threatened me. Everyone turns. She realizes it at the same time we do. Too much, too specific, too impossible to explain. Raymond's eyes narrow. You blocked Lily on Denise's phone? Mom goes pale. I meant no, I say. You meant it. Aunt Denise looks sick. Marlene. Mom shakes her head. I was protecting you. From asking where I was, I say. From the chaos you create. Clara makes a sound. Small, broken. Everyone turns to her. Mom does too. And this time there is no softness in her face at all. Clara, she says. Go inside. Clara does not move. Mom's voice drops. Now. Clara wipes her cheeks with both hands. Then she looks at me, not at Mom, at me. I thought you left us, she says. The words hit hard, but not like a weapon. Like something rotted finally splitting open. I thought you took money and disappeared. That's what she said. Mom's eyes flash. Clara. But then I heard her on the phone with the bank. Clara says, words rushing now, trembling, unstoppable. I was 16, she said your name. She said the account had to stay closed because if you found out, you'd ruin everything. Mom moves toward her. Raymond steps between them. Let her speak. Mom's voice turns sharp enough to cut glass. You ungrateful little girl. Clara flinches, and the room sees it, not just the words, the reflex, the history, the way my sister folds before Mom even reaches her. That one flinch does what my anger never could. It makes everyone understand that Clara was not the golden child because she was loved better. She was controlled better. Clara keeps crying, but she keeps talking. She told me your money was the price of keeping the house. She said if anyone found out, we'd lose everything. She said you were selfish enough to let that happen. My ears ring. My hands go numb. All those years. All those nights wondering whether Clara hated me. All those birthdays I did not call because I thought she had chosen the lie. Mom spins toward the doorway, toward the relatives now packed shoulder to shoulder. You people are unbelievable, she says. You have no idea what I sacrificed. Raymond's voice is low. With Lily's money, Mom whirls back. The mask is gone now, completely. After everything I sacrificed, she spits, you both owe me silence. The sentence hangs there. Clear, ugly, perfect. Nobody breathes. Then Aunt Denise takes one step back from my mother. Maya follows. One cousin pulls out his phone. Another whispers, call the attorney. Mom hears it. Her eyes widen. No, she says. Raym closes Dad's folder and holds it against his chest. Yes. Mom reaches for it again, but three people move at once. Raymond steps back. Denise blocks her path. Maya lifts her phone and says, I'm calling the estate office. The hallway erupts. Not loud. Worse. Purposeful. People moving. People dialing. People asking dates, names, accounts. People looking at my mother like they are seeing her, without stage lights, for the first time. Mom turns to me, breathing hard. You did this. I shake my head. You called me home. Her face twists. For 1 second, I think she might slap me. Then the banquet room phone starts ringing. The landline near the host stand. Everyone freezes. Raymond looks through the open doorway. The caller ID glows on the little screen. Estate attorney, Whitaker file.
Sometimes the scariest part isn't the cruel moments, it's realizing how many people learn to keep family life alive until one person finally stops playing along.